The two-shot BAR, it's bulky, it makes you slow as molasses, but has the stopping power of a Randy Johnson fastball. To create such a class with more killing power than, well, a Randy Johnson fastball, I had to favor things like recoil control and accuracy along with stopping power while losing the ability to ADS and move fast. Which, being honest, isn't the end of the world because just being in the process of ADSing while firing, this thing is still a beam. The other cool thing, since it shoots slow enough, it puts the bip and bap and bip bap bam, so the whole entire time you're just going to be going bip bap bam. Bip bap bam! I did feel a little bad for probably about 2 whole seconds when I was straight up dunking on people and dropping huge kill streaks, but then I realized this is just a video game, so I honestly didn't care. Again, being honest, I did use a modified version of the Victory Cannon blueprint because I've only used a handful of the weapons in the game just because of time constraints and stuff like that. Luckily, I didn't have to pay for it outside of the Battle Pass. Is this good in Warzone is probably the question that you do want to ask. Nope, and who cares? It can hardly rip through shields at all, but to be honest, it is very accurate in either Warzone or multiplayer. But if I've learned anything in my entire time playing Warzone, accuracy doesn't matter worth a damn. For my TikTok viewers, this is the build that I've been using. Enjoy it. For my non-TikTok viewers, have you played Shipmas? Because I'm torn. On one hand, I enjoy it because it's Shipment, of course. Add the fact it's a Christmas map, you would think that this is going to be one of my favorite maps in the entire game. But oh god, I have 4 eyes and I still can't see anything on this map. It's like whoever made this map couldn't fit all their favorite Christmas decorations in their apartment, so they basically just took the base map and said, let me add everything. It's just so daunting to play, all the visual filters, plus don't get me started when your whole lobby decides to get all incendiary happy. Because once that starts happening, you're just better off blindfolding yourself. Additionally, when you respawn, it feels so weird a lot of the times because a lot of the times when I respawn, I'm like looking around the map because I'm unsure of where I am on the map. Some places look very familiar and some places look downright new, and it's insane. Again, it's Shipment. I love Shipment, especially during this double XP thing they got going on, which is great. You know how many times I've leveled up my BAR within the last week? A lot of times, at least enough to create the death machine described earlier. Can we also discuss the Krampus event? It's pretty bad, right? Like, who wants to have Chewbacca with horns running around and ripping them in half? Apparently no one, because the entire community is in an uproar right now, and the developer's response is pretty hilarious to say the least because they just released a Krampus mosh pit as if people are going to play it after just panning this piece of garbage. I get it, these events are thought of and worked on months in advance, and while I felt bad for the developers at first, I kind of thought about it a little bit more and said to myself, the amount of oversight that went into this is outstanding because you should know your game and you should definitely know your community by now. This should have been an idea that was shut down almost immediately in whatever meeting room you pitched this in because even in theory, this was a bad idea. I do feel bad for the Warzone players because, yeah, Krampus got a nerf. That's right, Krampus got a nerf where he can't spawn in the top 4 circle or something, but it's the fact that you could be on the game of your life and he'll just show up, which honestly sucks for those that are going on these great kill streaks because in Warzone, it's a lot harder to do that in than in maybe multiplayer, where if you do it in multiplayer, you probably can do it in the next game. The thing is, though, I guess he's only going after people that aren't playing the objectives and objective modes, pretty much. So, I don't know. I mean, it kind of is a weird trade-off, but I think he should never have been in Warzone at all. Being honest, I've never experienced him in Warzone, but I would imagine if I did, my controller would have looked like, well, a Randy Johnson fastball going into my wall. I really hope there's a lesson learned out of this. God, I really hope there's a lesson learned out of this, that maybe things like this, where some random AI is chasing you around the map to rip you in half, not a great idea. Just throwing it out there as like more of as an advisory thing for the developers. Anyways, what do you think of the BAR class? Another thing I'm curious is what would you have done to change the Christmas event if there were anything you wanted to do? And if you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like and subscribing because that does help me out a lot. Final thing is let me know what classes you have and maybe I can just review them or something. I don't know. What am I doing here? Again, thanks for watching. Enjoy your holiday and bye.